explain to listeners how you met and started dating, because if it was in a movie, everyone would call bullshit. Like, oh yeah, like that would ever happen.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of layers actually to it that we eventually
so how long you got?
unfolded. But the original thing went down. So we try to, okay, we'll go forward and backwards. So I think what happened, because we have like a guess as to how it happened. So we think that my social media people at the time, there was one person specifically running my Twitter and whatnot. I was on a show on USA Network called Ms. and Mrs. And obviously me and Mike, who's the Miz, a WWE wrestler, have been friends for like 20 years. So I'm on his show. So we think that my social media person started following all the WWE wrestlers and liking all their stuff as of like maybe promotion for the show. So Lexi was getting a lot of likes from Ryan Cabrera on Twitter.
Excessive.
Like liking everything that she was doing.
I still have the screenshot of it, of my timeline, because I sent it to my friend Kaylin, because it said Ryan liked this tweet, Ryan replied to this tweet, Ryan liked this tweet, Ryan replied to this tweet, all within like a day. It was like 50 notifications. And I texted my friend, I was like, this guy needs to calm down. Like, this is weird. Like, I don't know him, like all this stuff. And he was liking my tweets and one other girl in WWE's tweets. And I just thought it was funny. And wrestling fans saw that, because everything on Twitter is public. You can see who likes whose stuff and all that stuff. Started making a rumor that we were dating. They just assumed that we were dating.
Yeah, like, why is he liking all her stuff if they're not together?
So they're all
unless it sounds like you appeared a little stalkery.
It's fine. It works. Now, mind you, I don't do Twitter. Like we have one, but we just basically anything I post on Instagram, they take it and they'll post it on Twitter or whatnot. I don't even know how to get into my Twitter. So I did not know this meanwhile. So
and there was like a rumor that we were dating.
They started a rumor saying we were dating because obviously he's liking all her stuff.
Ended up like on TMZ, like all this stuff, this rumor that we were together. Yeah. And we had met because of that.
Yeah. I got a call from Mike and he was like, oh, so Maurice told me that you're dating Alexa Bliss. And I'm like, huh? So I had no idea what was going on. So I was confused. She was confused because obviously we hadn't even met. Now, we'd been on many red carpets together, never met each other, didn't know, we had never crossed paths or anything.
In the same room quite a few times, never met each other.
And then I happened to be on my way to Orlando to play some shows at Epcot. And we started chatting and she was like, oh, I live in Orlando. I was like, well, what are you doing tomorrow night? And so she came out to a show and then she just fell in love.
That is not how that happened.
Anyways, next question. Moving right along.
Lexi, how did that happen? Because I had this vision of two drunk publicists going, this is a good one.
Yeah. No, so I'll be nice about it. So I don't know him, right? He went to his first, he did this first.
I'll just tell the whole story, but we can just fast forward to the first night we met.
So that was the first night we met.
Okay.
So the first night we met, I had already gotten a couple drunk FaceTimes from Ryan the night before.
It's a good look.
I wasn't going to go to the show because I was like, don't ever FaceTime me like that again.
Here's the way I saw it. I saw it as, that's as bad as it could get. So if you're still willing to talk to me after that, it's only going to go up from here. So guys, fellas, set the bar real low. Don't just come out the gate thinking, boom, 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 because then it's just going to go like that. So I set it down here and then went all the way up. Yep.
So I go
very clever.
Took her on a date to a movie, one-on-one, and then went bowling. Then
our schedules had matched up like 7 cities in a row after we had met. And we both tour full time. And so it was crazy that the next few shows, he was like, oh, you should come to Chicago. I was like, I'm in Chicago. He's like, you should come to New York. I'm in New York. So we had actually had our schedules somehow lined up 7 cities in a row. So we were like, all right, like we should give this a chance. Like, see,
she was trying not to hang out, but it just, fate kept doing its thing. And I was like, well, I'm in Chicago and I'm here. So why don't we hang out? And she's like, well, maybe. She gave me a lot of maybes. I wasn't used to maybes. And then, or I'd be like, okay, how about we meet at this thing, do a thing. And she'd be like, sure. I'm like, what do you mean, sure? I'm like, what? Why not? Like, yeah, excited to see you. It was none of that. So she was definitely a hard one to, I had to be very persistent.
I don't trust people.
I understand that. And just to back up about the happening to be in the same 7 cities At the same time, Ryan, it leads me a little bit more towards that stalkery thought.
I-
Anyway.
Again, that's what I was waiting for. I was like, after 6 months, I was like, by the way, you know that rumor? Nailed it.
And be happy you got a sure and not just the letter K.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Especially,
always a good one.
Okay. Yeah.